a week away. It's an original Christian musical, from Netflix. I mean, already that's like, it's so specific, so unique. So we'll start off with you, Bailee. Like, why, in your opinion, is this like the next must-see event, must-see film from Netflix that people are going to want to watch and binge and watch over and over?
I would say I feel like now more than ever, the film is kind of coming at a perfect time. I think that we've all been cooped up in our homes and trying to deal with this new world and so much uncertainty and isolation to a T that for me, I loved this movie originally because I felt like it just had this sense of home and family and hope and light, and you could laugh and you can cry and there's music in it and it's all those things. And then the fact that it's coming out now, I, for one, am desperately needing a film like this. And I think it's also one of those things, like, if you can't see your loved ones, you know what I mean? If you are isolated at home and you're staying safe, like, the fact that you can prop them up on a FaceTime and put the movie on and play it at the same time and feel that sense of home again. I hope that people give themselves a chance to feel that, because I think we all need it. We all need an hour and a half at least to take a breath.
Yeah, just some good escapism.
Yeah.
Kevin, anything you wanted to add to that?
Yeah, I was just going to say, originally this movie was supposed to come out in 2020. We had shot it in summer of 2019. And I think we were a little concerned when the pandemic came on, is the timing going to be right for this movie? But with our partnership with Netflix, I think we're just all so excited about the timing that is right now. It just was meant to be. And I think if anything, it's built some nice anticipation for fans.
Yeah, and the fact that it's a musical already, there's a lot of moving parts. I mean, there's the singing, the dancing with the choreography. You're out in the elements. First of all, you're at this summer camp, so you're like out in the wilderness. I mean, like, what I guess was the most challenging part of all that? I guess we start with you, Kevin, for you.
The most challenging part was putting it all together. We had about maybe a month's rehearsal beforehand, and I think we all wish we had more. But it's one thing to go into the studio, record these songs bit by bit, take by take, and then it all comes together. And then you go into choreography sessions and learn the movement, and then that comes together. And then by the time you actually get on set, you're filming a bunch of different pieces all into one, and it's just like a clash of worlds. So really, every time I would get on set, it was just a completely new experience every day because of those variables. But it made it all the much more exciting for me.
What about you, Bailee?
I mean, it was such a family affair. It really was. I mean, we knew we didn't have a lot of time to make this movie happen, but we all had such strong beliefs in this film. And I think for me, once I found out that I was able to co-produce this film, it was like, you hit the ground running. And I for one love that adrenaline of like being in the middle of a scene, trying to have your thing together, clocking everything else that's going on, making sure that the light's not, we're not going to miss the light, writing like script revisions at the lunch table, like during it. So for me, it was one of the happiest like 2 months in my life. And then obviously since then it's been quite the journey to get the film out there. So we just did, there was a whole lot of love in this film.
I love that. And then you're wearing multiple hats too, with like being a co-producer on it. I wonder, were there any specific for the both of you, like musicals or certain performances that you like thought about or kind of, try to put into each of your characters when it came to this genre of filmmaking?
For me, it wasn't so much comparing myself to other musicals or other characters from musicals. I think it was just, I treated it in the same way I would treat any character, a very organic process. Who is this guy? What are his relationships? How's camp going to change him? I wanted there to be an arc. And we really did get some great layers that I just didn't expect were going to be there when we first shot the film. The same kid that is playing with his toys in the cabin is the same kid who has an angry breakdown on the road. It's just, he's got so many layers to him. And I thought that was just a beautiful part of his personality and his character.
I for one was really excited about the idea of having a faith-based movie, because that is a huge part of my life personally, and I have been very vocal about it since I was little. But the idea of trying to push the boundaries in a sense of it doesn't feel like it's pushed down anyone's throats. If you get the references, if you get the music, if you get the message of the story, like I do, like my family does, like my friends do, that's amazing. If not, there's something else there for you. There's a community, there's a friendship, there's music to dance to, there's love, there's light. And so I think getting to sit down and have those conversations, when it came to script revisions of let's make a huge point to be like, hey, this girl is not perfect. And just because she has faith, she does not have it figured out. Let's make a point to say that. It was all of those little things that I was excited to get to have a movie say those things in that element for once.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things that was just, as I was watching, I was just like, whoa, this is like supremely like appropriate for everybody. Like, you know, as you watch so many things, like, you know, and I'm thinking like, wow, even for a Netflix movie, it's just like it's a real bold choice, and it's just, but it's like it's something that like literally everyone and anyone can watch. Like, and it's a shared, it's, you know, so I was very like kind of like surprised and engaged by that. So I was like, and plus, like you said, because of all the variables, you know, you're watching like there's real life dilemmas, like, you know, with your Kevin with your character, like, you know, not having a family, right, and finding the surrogate family that eventually at the end becomes like, you know, actual family. Since I'm getting a 2-minute warning mark, I kind of wanted to do some fun rapid fire questions with the two of you. So let's go down. So I'll start off with you, Bailee. What's a hidden talent that nobody knows you have?
I can lasso. I just had to learn for a movie, trick rope.
Oh, okay.
But I didn't see that one coming.
What about you, Kevin? A hidden talent that nobody knows you have?
There were some classes I didn't do so well in high school, but the one I always aced was English. I'd like to think I'm pretty good with the English language, poetry, writing. It's just always come very naturally to me.
Well, you're on set, you're making the movie, you're at craft services. What's your go-to snack? What's the first thing you leap towards?
Chocolate candy.
Yeah, candy for sure. No, I would say if there's anything hot, like a flaming hot Cheeto or something, I just need that. That'll get me through the day.
I don't know if you saw the TikTok trend that was trending with, like, they were saying either you're a side part or you're a middle part person for your hairstyles. Did you hear about that?
No, but this is hysterical. This is the first day I've done a side part in probably like 2 years. They convinced me, my team. So I always think I'm a middle part person, but maybe today she's a side.
I love that. Well, thank you both so much. I'm getting the wrap it up cue, but congratulations on your bow.
One more question and then we're done. They're going to hate me.
Oh, okay. Who's your celebrity crush, each of you? We'll start off with you, Bailee.
Celebrity crush. I should say my boyfriend because that's the correct answer, but I also love Ryan Reynolds. We'll go with that.
All right.
I should say my girlfriend as well then. But I've also had a pretty big crush on Emilia Clarke in Game of Thrones.
I get that.
It's Targaryen.
Jim, The Office. Love him. Anyways, thank you.